And we have another transgendered woman in one of the best premier institutes in the whole of the country called Tata Institute of Social Sciences in Mumbai. She's doing a PhD and a thesis is on social movements led by transgender communities.
Ooh.
Because very interesting, several things that transgender people have been pioneers or have been involved in social movements. Like for instance, recently I'll tell you what has happened. We had this thing, the Sri Lankan genocide, Tamil people were killed and 100,000 of people died. And when there were so many protests and different organizations, NGOs, all of them on the streets saying that our government should have done something, especially the Tamil Nadu government should have done something to put a stop to this genocide, and there was so much of criticism against the same government which has been so pro-transgender people, and we saw one entire protest led by transgender people. So somewhere, even though they knew their personal, they were risky by going there and protesting against a government which actually gave so many things for them. But they felt they needed to do it because they felt that their Tamil people, they could see that, that many of our people died and the government did not do anything. So I'm just talking about how some movements that transgender people have been involved in and have, risked in putting themselves, putting their lives there and saying that, we still want to support the Tamil people. So that is there. And this Transgender Welfare Board really gives a lot of livelihood options, helps them train, is supporting some people to do studies, further studies. They have started the government hospital is now doing the sexual reassignment surgery free of cost for them. So all of this. And the government has also given houses for them, because one of the things that they had talked about was that landlords are refusing to give their homes for transgender people. They're afraid. They think sex work is going to be done and they don't want anything to do with them. So houses were allocated, and so they have their own houses. Many of them have their own houses. But of course, this transgender thing that we're talking about is male to female.
Right.
And these people are given a lot of importance. But as usual, when it comes to anybody female born, you understand that there's a lot of differences. From female to male, changes are never accepted, even by the male to female transitioning group.
Really?
They cannot accept them. And there's, I once said that the government giving so many facilities for them, they begin to think that once the female to male transitioning people also come into the fray, also start showing, who they are and start becoming visible, then whatever is going to come to them may be less, right? So they don't even want the Transgender Welfare Board to deal with issues of female-born transitioning into male bodies. So there is so many issues when it comes to gender that is happening even within the transgender.
And have you seen that going on in your counseling groups?
In my counseling groups, I think, they come with all of these, issues.
Yeah.
But once the group starts bonding, they go on a very different level. The last group that I conducted, it was for 6 people. There were 3 people who were male to female transgender, and there was 1 person who was female to male transgender person. And the kind of support the 3 of them gave was very, very amazing. Now the person who came, was transitioning from female to male, came as a woman, was dressed as a woman, always felt herself as a male, and dressed as a woman, meaning by looking at her you think it's a woman. A long braid, very long hair, earrings and all that, but tries to play down on all the jewelry, but used to dress like a male. But easily people can think it's a girl who's wearing jeans or a girl who's wearing trousers, and not connected that this is person who is actually a transgender person. But what happened is that once the group started, she was feeling more confident to chop off her hair, to take off her earrings, to change her name. And when that transitioning was going on, she needed a safe place to go because she was living in she had rented a house and she was living there. She felt suddenly if I cut my hair and go like, with short hair saying this person, calling herself a male, they wouldn't understand and it caused a lot of issues for her.
Yeah.
So the transitioning happened so smoothly. She had brought all the things to the group therapy session. When she came for the group, she brought her bag and everything and paid off the rent and completed that so wherever she was staying, and she came here. From here, after the group session, two people, the male to female transgender people, took her to their home. Took her to the person they knew, the salon, to cut her hair and try out new hairstyles, all of that. So they did that. And then one of them had given her house for this person to stay till she found, he found another place.
Right.
So they really did this.
Nice.
He would never have done that on his own. It was very, very difficult.
And you really need that network.
You need that. So that happened in the group.
Wow.
Now, that would not have happened if it was not for, if this person had not met these other transgender people, it would have been so hard to make this transition. So
and you created that.
I created that, and I feel that my group sessions, I was from the beginning and even now, I'm completely convinced that it should not be one orientation.
Right.
Like for instance, it should not be just gay men or lesbian women. Because when I have it as a mixed group of people with different sexual orientations, with different gender identities from what they're born with, I think that has helped them see one another, see each other's issues. Because these are people who are going to go back. Now, I know for sure that the 3 male to female transgender people who were in my group, when they go out, are not going to, in any forum, will support female to male transgender people because they saw the struggles. They share that person's pain. So they know what it really means. So I feel that, at least a few people are changing, and that's important, and that can cause a ripple kind of an effect.
We hope.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Do you have any other questions? It's
No, I think
4:30.
it's fine. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Magdalene.
Thank you, Jenny.